about getting to Edmonton? You got to the Oilers, but now getting here and having a day. What's your life like right now?
Well, it's been good. It's nice to kind of get here, settle in a little bit, and kind of get familiar with that home and the locker room, and just kind of the routine here. So it's been good. The guys have been great. We came in yesterday, check out the locker room and everything, and just kind of get used to the day-to-day here. But it's been good so far.
You kind of just got thrown into the fire there. How would you assess how things have gone the first 3 games?
Obviously you want to come in and try to win right away, but I think for me pretty good. I felt good in the games. I think getting thrown in right away is kind of the best way to go about it. You just get in, go play. For us as hockey players, just kind of stay on that same schedule on a day-to-day basis, just being on the road with the guys, and I think that helped too, just getting to know the group a little bit, being able to go for lunch or for dinner, depending where we were, and the guys have been very welcoming and kind of helped us through the first few days.
Is it nice, like today, on a day like today, just coming in and having like a practice, not preparing for a game tonight or anything?
Yeah, it was nice. You come home, have a day off, so you kind of just settle in. Obviously there's a lot to sort out, but come in the locker room, check it out, then come through a practice day, kind of get used to the routine here. So it has been good. It's made the transition pretty smooth and pretty easy for us.
How about just on the ice catching up with systems? I know systems aren't that different team to team, but kind of finding the groove and getting to know Chris Knobloch's system and how things work out.
Yeah, that's always the biggest adjustment. I think the language that different coaches use as well, and some of it's similar, some of it's a lot different. And again, the guys did a good job kind of walking us through the systems, and then even the guys on the ice too, depending on what line or who I've been playing with, the guys have done a great job just talking me through, what to do or what not to do, or what they see, or if I have questions, make sure I'm asking and talking to the guys of, maybe what I'm thinking in certain spots or what they're thinking, or the habits that they like to try and create and that sort of thing. So, so far been pretty comfortable with everything. Things are not, not a crazy amount different on the ice. So it's just a matter of trying to settle in and finding some chemistry with some guys and hopefully build off of that.
Adam, you had your fill of Sidney and Crosby and Ovechkin when you were in Jersey. I just want a thought about them and what they're still doing. You played Sidney the other night. Yeah. Got Ovechkin tomorrow.
You know what? I think the longer I've played in the league, the more impressive it becomes that those guys are still where they are with their games. Coming into the league, it's they become those superstars, but to see them do it year in and year out, I think they come in and every single year they're leading their teams, they're putting up big points, they're leading the league in scoring, that sort of thing, winning individual awards or pushing their team towards Stanley Cups, that sort of thing. So I think the most impressive thing is the consistency of their games, and it's fun to watch. It's not always fun to play against, but I think the longer I've played in the league, the more impressed I've become with that, and the more you kind of realize what it really takes to be a player of that caliber.
The thought of Ovechkin breaking Gretzky's record a few years ago seemed unfathomable, even if he doesn't get there. But now he's in the conversation, I guess.
Any record of Wayne's, you bring it up, and it's like, wow, it's just what record is it, and how far away is the next guy? It's to even be at the point where he is now is impressive, and to be that close. And I know around the world people are watching and keeping an eye out, and again, his talent that he does, every single year comes in and puts up his goals, and he's a dangerous player, and somebody you have to be aware of when you're out there. So to see him just chipping away at it, it's certainly something I keep an eye on too, as long as it is same as everybody else.
You're coming from an Anaheim Ducks team that hasn't made the playoffs in the last few years to an Oilers team that's expected to be one of the contenders in the playoffs this year. I'm just wondering if there's a change in mindset you have to go to from playing on two teams with vastly different aspirations.
I think this time of year it's here it's time you got to crank it up. A lot of teams, vying for position in the standings, and obviously you want to finish as high as you can. And on the other side of it, it's you kind of have to find something to play for. And I think that comes with a lot of guys. It's guys are playing for contracts or maybe personal goals if the playoffs are out of reach. So I think for individual purposes that it can be tough the last 20 games here or whatever is left when you're not making the playoffs. And I think for us here it's a matter of pushing and building this thing and just get it rolling from now right to the end of the season and going into playoffs.